Hey loves, it's Britt, and today I wanted to talk about the natal aspect Sun conjunct Neptune. So, this is a big one to cover. There's a lot here. This is a really fascinating aspect to have in your natal chart. It has many benefits and it has many difficulties. So, people with this conjunction, you're going to notice that they have it. They are more Neptunian, or even like they have a Piscean kind of energy. So they're more Pisces than Pisces suns, even with this conjunction. So this is one of the most strongest indicators of being a Neptunian personality. When you have this conjunction, you are Neptunian to the core, which means you're a dreamer, you're compassionate, you're very much in your feelings. And you're very intuitive, but the intuition is a very emotional flavor. So it's different than like the sun conjunct Uranus, where you're going to have these intuitive flashes that are not necessarily connected to emotion. With the sun conjunct Neptune, your entire life, your entire being is emotional to its core. And you can be extremely impressionable. The environment that you're in, the people that you're around, you can take on. Even like their personality traits in a way, like people with the sun conjunct Neptune, like let's say they're around a certain person who talks a certain way, and then they spend just even a little bit of time with them, and then all of a sudden they're acting like them. That's very common. Or being around people that have, say, negative energies like anger, or not that anger is always a negative energy, but just being around negative people, or like having the news on, or just like low frequency energy vibrations is very damaging and detrimental to the person with the Sun Neptune conjunction. It's almost like you have to, with this one, be um, so strong in your boundaries with people, because that's not something you're naturally strong in. So, like, you need to make sure that your environment and the people that you're around and the food that you eat, or the drinks that you're having, which hopefully are not alcoholic, that could be very detrimental if you have this conjunction. Alcohol and drugs are probably like the worst thing you could ever do with this conjunction, because your energy field is very open. And, this may go against some beliefs that you may have, but when we open our energy field through drugs or alcohol, and everybody's different, but a person with Sun Neptune conjunction, when you're taking drugs or drinking alcohol, you're basically opening your energy to all of the bad energies in the world and saying, come in here, come into my energy field. And addictions are very easily formed with this conjunction. The astral realm and like the spiritual realms are naturally a part of your energy and being more than most people, okay? Some people can tune out the negative voices in their head. Some people can tune out the bad energies of other people. Some people can maybe have a drink of alcohol or do some drugs and be okay. People with the sun conjunct Neptune, it could destroy their life. It could cause severe disassociation, mental health issues, spiritual illness. So the constitution is very weak, is not the right word, but like porous, like if you're eating unhealthy or you're drinking, taking drugs, it's like you take the negative of that more than most people. Like it's hard to detox with this conjunction. It's like the ultimate open energy field with the sun conjunct Neptune. And it is also correlated to the physical body and your identity. So it's very easy to lose yourself in basically anything with this conjunction. So, like, it should come with a warning label that, like, I mean, not that any form of escapism is great for anyone, but people with the sun conjunct Neptune can, yeah, destroy their whole life. I've seen it. I've seen this in many addicted people. I've seen this conjunction in people that do struggle with schizophrenia or like mental health, like confusion in their identity, right? Like you can think that you're something, and you can perceive yourself very differently from what is actually true. Now, of course, those are extreme cases. It's not going to be like that in every case, but it's definitely something to watch out for here with this conjunction. But with its many difficulties and downsides, this actually is potentially one of the most beautiful aspects to have in the natal chart. Like, the most beautiful souls have this. There is not a mean bone in your body if you have the sun conjunct Neptune. And while you may at times deceive others or deceive yourself, you are very well intentioned and pure at the soul level. It's just that you're so impressionable. Your energy field is so open that you are really not of this world. This world is far too harsh for your delicate energy field. And like men, men watching this might be like laughing, but like it really is true. This is for both men and women, whatever you are, whatever you identify as. Like, this is a very feminine aspect, actually, extremely feminine. You actually can be quite skilled in feminine energy, like being receptive, being open, being gentle, being sensitive to other people's feelings. Like, you really sense the emotional undercurrents of a room. Like, somebody could be hiding something from everybody else, like an emotion that they're feeling. Maybe they're really angry, maybe they had a really bad day, maybe they're feeling whatever, and you know right away. Like, there is no hiding from you. You can sense it, something's off, and you also know how to help them. So one of the best uses of this is working in some sort of helping profession, right? Helping people emotionally is probably the best way, like where you can really, even being a therapist or a healer or a counselor, or something where you can feel like you're giving yourself to others, but in a way that's regulated, because with this conjunction, you can, in other situations, like non-work situations, be taken advantage of because of your giving nature. You could be victimized, you could be because of your sometimes inability to see people and situations clearly. People can definitely take advantage of you. People can use people with the sun conjunct Neptune. And I mean, it can go a little bit of both ways. Even you could be using people as well with full intention of giving back, but it's there's no boundary with people. So it's like you're very generous, and you're very much like, what's mine is yours, and you'd give the shirt off your back, but like you might end up with nothing because you don't, as much as other people, care about money. You don't actually care about money, and that's a huge hindrance in this world, because you need money to go to the store and get some food or get some clothes to clothe yourself. Like, it's hard to just do basic life things when you have this conjunction. It's not natural. It's going to go against every bone in your body to like work and have a job and make money and like take care of yourself. This is the problem with this conjunction, is sometimes you, especially if you're lacking in self-worth or there's been some trauma as well, like there can be a difficulty in just the basic life things and taking care of yourself. Like, that's not really where you're strong in your energy. Like, where you're gifted is like the spiritual realms. Where you're gifted is music, art, channeling higher frequency of the universe even, and like your emotional self, your emotional body is very highly developed, right? Your compassion and empathy for others. But as far as like the basics, like paying the bills and taking care of yourself, these can be a real struggle. So if you have this conjunction, it's actually a really good idea to have like earthy people around you, and maybe you have some earth signs in your chart that would really help you. But yeah, like your partner, like if they have some more grounded aspects, they can kind of be the earth energy to you, like the grounding energy, then it's like you can have that like stability. You can like have people help you with those aspects, and then like you can really focus on your true gifts, which is not of this world, like I've said. So, it's essentially a very difficult conjunction. There's certain planets that go together more naturally, like even, Sun Mars or Sun Jupiter, right? Like there's like a real natural energy. We've got like a fire energy. This is like a fire water energy, right? So Neptune acting on the sun, Neptune can diffuse the ego. It can diffuse the boundaries. It can diffuse the light. It can make you confused about who you are, what you're here to do, how to best use your energies for material success and for purpose and like external achievement. This is where you're just kind of like, I don't know, right? And where it can really excel, like in the best way, is yeah, like an artistic profession or helping profession, healing profession, um, even feminine things like, cooking or like, although that might be even too grounded at times, but like you can also be like amazing, like parents, and because you're very emotionally attuned with your children, right? If you're not off in escapism and like, escaping the day-to-day reality, you can be an amazing parent because you really understand your child intuitively, which most parents don't. Like you understand the unique individualism of, you know, every child that you have or that you work with or whatever. And, you can really help people become who they really are because you probably see other people better than you see yourself with this conjunction. So it's excellent for helping others. Something that can really help you too, because of this watery energy flowing through you, is actually being around water. Like you're gonna see people with this conjunction, living in Hawaii or by the ocean, right? Like this is very favorable for you. This will heal you. This will actually ground you as well. Being around water, being around lakes, going for a swim, like in natural bodies of water. This is a really good way to cleanse your energy when you have this conjunction. Um, yeah, what else do I want to say here? You can really feel music and art when you have this conjunction. Like you can go inside the music and you're going to understand what I'm talking about. Other people, if you're watching this and you don't have this aspect, you'll be like, what are you talking about? But people with this conjunction, you're going to understand this. Like you can put yourself inside the song. You can put yourself inside the piece of art. You can actually feel what the artist felt when they created that piece of art. So that's a gift. Like, not everybody is so attuned to spiritual energies, to um, emotional energies, and yeah, like pure source energy. Another really good use of this is like even like a spiritual or even like a religious path where you're like connecting to God. Like I would see this aspect doing really well, like being a monk, right? Or something like that, right? Because it's like the sun, the ego, the identity, the vitality and purpose, right? Everything represented by your sun sign at one with Neptune, which is like transcending all of that, right? And being one with God, that is like part of your purpose here. Your purpose here is not going to be laid out for you in the normal pathway. It's something to be found within, and it's going to be something, like I said, along these lines. And if you try to make yourself do normal things, it will cause suffering. And not like you have to do normal things sometimes, but like I mean as a career, if you try to force the 9 to 5, you try to do something 3D, it will cause a lot of suffering. Like you're kind of like too sensitive for that. And I mean, maybe you have other earth signs that make it okay, but the sun is such a big part of your vitality and purpose. You really got to be in something that you're devoted to, something that lights you up. Like the day to day is so important. You have to do something that is igniting you and connecting you to spirit and source God and your soul. Like it's a must with this aspect because you are like a soul connected person. You're someone who has stronger spiritual abilities than most people. And the normal life, in all its hardships, the harshness of reality, it doesn't suit you. It doesn't help you. It doesn't serve you. And you will be able to build up your energy and strengthen your energy, like by learning some basic like meditation or like energy practices with this one that can help you coexist in this world. But until that point, it can be very difficult with this conjunction. The father could have been an escapist, or he could have been like religious, or not there also, or if he was there, he was unreachable to the child. Like there's something, you could have really idolized him without being able to connect with him. So they're kind of always searching for that masculine person. And like it's common also for women with this aspect to like would date musicians or addicts, or unavailable men, right? Now it can work out, but these are kind of themes, is sort of like searching for that masculinity because it's being diffused with this conjunction. There's something unreachable or unattainable, perhaps, with the father figure and the masculine energy of a person. Because in men and women, like the sun is a big part of our masculine energy, right? And conjunct with Neptune, there's something unreachable about it, or there's something on a higher level, there's something very pure about it. It's like it's not so animalistic. Like maybe the father was actually like I said, he was like a religious person, or he was like a very high frequency or like compassionate energy. Like he wasn't like the barbaric or like the warlike masculine energy. Like he was like kind and soft, likely, unless you've also got sun conjunct Mars or something too, then that modifies it. But yeah, um yeah, I think that's it that I want to say about this conjunction. um yeah, your gifts are to channel higher frequencies down, not to become depressed in the lower energies of this world. So, yeah, sending you all the love, you guys. I'd love to know your experiences of this aspect. If you have it in your natal chart, what has it been like for you? Let me know. And yeah, keep your requests coming. We'll talk soon.